Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your bonus reading for the first half of the month. You guys actually came in second as the most viewed video for the first half of July, so you are number 2 in receiving your bonus reading. And I thank you guys so very much, as always, for your love and support of my channel and for tuning in. So general reading, as always, guys, it's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from this whatever makes sense for you, release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, my dates are actually filling up super quick. I have blocked off the second half of August. So if you are wanting to get a reading request in, I would suggest get that in sooner rather than later, because once I'm booked up through, I believe it's August 16th or the 17th, that's it until September 1st, I believe. So all that information is on my website, and that link is down below in the description box. And these are the 3 decks, guys, that I will be starting things off with for your focus messages, Gemini. We're going to be using the Divine Feminine Healing deck by Mystic Moon Oracles. This is the Masculine's Madness deck by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. And I've been using my Heart Songs deck a lot, so I figured, let's continue doing that, and let's go ahead and choose a song for this reading for you guys, Gemini. So let me set these guys aside first, and as always, I will include a link to all of the decks that you see here today, Gemini. All right, so focusing on the Divine Feminine first, let's take a look and see what needs to come through here. Angels and Spirit Guides for Gemini for this bonus reading for the first half of the month. What is going on with the feminine? Where's the feminine at? Grabbing this one here. We have branded. What other people think about me is none of my business. I choose to let it go now. So my feminines are coming to this realization, because at the end of the day, we can't control what other people think of us. All you can do is control yourself, your part of the world, how you interpret things, and how it's affecting you. Okay, so that's coming through for my feminines. Let's go ahead and grab a card from the Masculine's Madness deck, and let's take a look and see where the Divine Masculine is. Angels and Spirit Guides for Gemini. This can, of course, also be for cross watchers. All right. Guided to this card right here. Ooh, we've got I can't let go, grasping. Okay, so Gemini, if you happen to be a masculine, there's something attached to this connection for you that you can't seem to let go of. You're grasping onto this feminine, perhaps. And of course, if you are a feminine watching for the masculine, that's the energy that he's occupying at this time. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and grab a song for this reading. Let's take a look and see what comes through for this connection, Gemini. Angels and Spirit Guides, please. What song represents this connection at this time for Gemini for this bonus reading? I'm guided to this one immediately. Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. So the lyrics: it's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing, I said nothing, can take away these blues. Okay, so nothing compares to you, Gemini. Perhaps that's how your person is feeling about you, or how you're both feeling about each other. All right, so let's add to this. Let's see where else this reading is going to go at this time. I'm guided to pull from the Pining Rose, Volume 2 Twin Flame Ascension deck by Calico Moon. And as always, you do not have to identify with a twin flame connection. That's just the name of the card deck, although some people do. So we're focused on the messages. Let's take a look, Gemini. Angels and Spirit Guides, please. What needs to come through for this bonus reading, for this connection? We have childhood coming through. What I'm picking up from this, for some of you, you guys could have been childhood sweethearts. You could have known each other since you were young kids. And for others, this could be represented with childhood memories, whether those are good memories or bad memories, or how your childhood has been affected and how you conduct yourself as an adult today. Look at this next card. I was just saying, you don't have to identify with a twin flame connection, but if you do, it is represented right here. I'm also getting this for some of you, that you met your twin flame when you guys were younger. I'm getting childhood sweethearts for some of you. And perhaps, you know, you've gone your separate ways and have come to find that no one compares to this connection. Nothing compares to you. We do have a reflection card coming through here. So perhaps this is where you're at, just trying to reflect on the connection, the relationship, where you guys are at right now. If you're a masculine, there's something tied into this twin flame connection that you can't seem to let go of. You're grasping perhaps onto the memories or to whatever it was that created drama or issues in the partnership. And I feel for my feminines, you're just really working on yourself, not caring so much about what other people think, just focusing on you. We do have choice. You both have choices. You both have your own free will. And it's up to you, of course, Gemini, which of these doors you're going to choose. Is it the door that's leading back to your twin flame, or is it the door that's leading away from your twin flame? We do have divine timing. Divine timing is at play here. So you might have to give it a little bit more time, have a little bit more patience, Gemini, to see where the next chapter of this connection is going to go. Now look at these next two cards here, guys. We've got danger, and then we've got signs. Danger signs, danger zone. If that resonates with some of you, and maybe when it comes to this twin flame connection, you've got a particular window of opportunity to be able to make this choice. And if nobody creates any sort of movement here, or creates movement too quickly, before it's actually ready to go there, before it's ready to go into the next chapter of this love connection between the two of you. Because sometimes when we make those decisions too hastily, we end up making the wrong decision, making the wrong choice. So for me, these two cards right here, it's almost like that flashing red light. It's like danger zone, trying to grab your attention. It's like, it's not the right time. You know, it falls on divine timing. So don't make those decisions too hastily is what I'm feeling here. Gemini, give it a little bit more time. I'm also feeling for some of you, either this is you coming through with this vibe, Gemini, or it's the person that you're thinking of for this reading. Because I'm looking at the lyrics here, you know, it's been 7 hours and 15 days. I feel there are those of you that are just looking at your clock, like looking at your watch, like it's been this amount of time since we've spoken, since we've seen each other. And some of you might actually feel like time is just ticking away, and maybe you're freaking out. And so you're wanting to create some sort of movement here. But what I'm picking up from the angels and the universe, Gemini, is that regardless of how long it's been, it still comes down to divine timing. So trust the universe that it knows what it's doing, and you're going to be placed onto the right path when it's the right time. That's what I'm grabbing from that. So let's add to this. Let's add to this with the Illumination deck. This is by Lightworker Tarot and Oracle. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini, please. For this bonus reading for the first half of the month. What's going on with your person? What's going on with the connection? Please bring it forward for me, angels and spirit guides. We've got intimacy. Okay, so the two of you have had those intimate moments together. And, you know, obviously two people in separation, you're reminiscing about those moments that you've shared with one another. And perhaps my masculines, that's certainly a part of the connection that they can't seem to let go of. Missing the feminine, just being able to have the feminine by his side, you know, just reaching out for the feminine, and she's not there. What else? Growth and expansion. Great card. When it comes to this twin flame connection, there's a potential that there is growth here between the two of you, regardless of how things are right now. And I feel that this expansion and just evolving from where you guys are at right now, that's why it's so important to just allow divine timing to do its thing. Because, you know, it's like sitting there waiting for a flower to bloom. And it's like you don't have the patience to allow nature to take its course. So you're standing there trying to spread those petals to try to get it to bloom. Well, that's not how nature happens. That's not natural. And so divine timing, I feel, is really trying to capture your attention at this time, Gemini. Just allow things to go with the flow. Just go with the flow for now. We've got holding on. I know for some of you, this is exactly what you're struggling with, that you have been holding on to this connection, especially my masculines. Look at that vibe. I can't let go, grasping, holding on for dear life. It's like, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you. But I'm also feeling here that some of my feminines may have detached for whatever reason. We do have roots, family history. I feel family is very important to you, Gemini. And maybe you and this person could have talked about building a life together, having a family someday, settling down. And I also feel for some of you, your family background, your roots, your family history has something to do with this childhood card. And if you have had, for example, a difficult upbringing, a difficult childhood, that could also be something that you are holding on to that might actually need healing. And it's also possible that you might be reflecting on your childhood and how it's affecting you today, if that resonates. We have loyalty coming up next. Perhaps this was an issue in the partnership. That loyalty was a problem. Maybe there were trust issues in the partnership. Either you couldn't trust them, Gemini, or they couldn't trust you, or mutual. Divine timing is needed, again, to be able to restore the royalty. Royalty? Did I just say royalty? Loyalty. Although some of you guys might feel very royal when it comes to this connection. That's hilarious. Scratch that. We've got mental conflict coming up next. Feeling conflicted when it comes to this connection for whatever reason. I feel more so for my masculines that this is the vibe that my masculines are in. And I'm not sure why I'm picking up off of masculine energy for this. So if it's switched around for some of you guys, then take it in that way. But I'm just feeling that this mental conflict, especially for my masculines, is what I'm picking up here. And maybe there was, again, this energy tied into loyalty and the lack of it, especially if there were third-party situations. If the masculine, for example, was entertaining more than two people here, and I have a feminine who might have detached because she didn't want to be treated like an option and was not interested in a third-party situation, that could be for some of you. And then we have a time frame of next year coming up also. Divine timing next year. So that might be a significant time frame for some of you. And I know that that's a long time to wait, but that's how divine timing works. You just got to give it the necessary time. So let's add to this with some tarot messages. Gemini, this is the Pining Rose Tarot by Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. What else do we need to know when it comes to this connection? What's going on with this partnership, your person? We have the Queen of Wands coming through here. So some of my feminines are coming through as this Queen of Wands. Fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is somebody who's very confident, courageous. And in this particular deck, it does say social butterfly. So what I'm picking up for my feminines resonating with the Queen of Wands energy, even though you guys are not together right now, you're not sitting around just pining away for the masculine. You're out there living your life. You're working on yourself. We've got the Hierophant coming up next. Picking up off of Taurus energy. Traditions, education, religion, institutions, spiritual wisdom, and marriage. So with this Hierophant energy, this is a spiritual lesson that is needed to be learned when it comes to this connection. It's also a card of commitment to people who are possibly meant to be able to build a life together. Roots, family history, growth, expansion. Let's see what else. What else, please, for Gemini for this bonus reading? We have the Page of Swords. Okay, that is air energy, so that's your own energy, Gemini. I'm feeling here for some of you, especially my masculines, you could be younger than the feminine. This Page of Swords is a youthful person. It's all about new communication, new ideas, and curiosity. And part of that curiosity for some of you, and this doesn't apply to everybody, I'm just feeling for some of my masculines, part of that curiosity had to do with outside influences and interference from a third-party situation. And my masculine had gotten into another relationship outside of the connection with the feminine. We have the Four of Cups, a missed opportunity, boredom, reevaluation, indifference. So this Four of Cups is tapped into apathy and contemplation, feeling disconnected from one another, regrets. Again, I'm specifically feeling for my masculines. My masculines have some major regrets tied into how things played out here. Three of Wands. Possible third-party situation is what's presenting itself here. But this is also about looking ahead now, looking towards the future, that growth and expansion for the two of you to overcome these difficulties and to make the right choice. And again, we have a time frame of next year. So it's going to take time to work on this and to bring it back together. But if you actually are willing to wait and just allow life to unfold the way it's meant to, there is growth that is definitely presenting itself here, because the Three of Wands is progress. Growth, foresight, looking ahead, and then you've got growth and expansion right here also. And you see how we have a Queen of Swords right here, okay? So we've got 2 queens, and then we've got that Page of Swords here. So I'm definitely picking up off of some sort of competition or rivalry here. And for my feminine Geminis, I feel you decided to cut this masculine out. If they were messing around, if they were just cheating, infidelity, third-party situations, lies, secrets, the whole bit. You are in possession of that sword, and perhaps you decided enough was enough, and you decided to set up clear boundaries for yourself. And we have the Judgment card coming through here. Rebirth, inner calling, decisions, absolution. So with that Judgment card, with that resurrection and renewal, it's definitely, the connection is going through a transformation right now, or it's about to be. For some of you, that won't even be happening until next year. But it's a slow process. However, it might result in a reconciliation still, because the Judgment card is somebody who sees the error of their ways, and they're wanting forgiveness, and they want to bring this back together. And maybe it'll take a little bit more time, for them to really take a look at the past and where things went wrong. And the thing about the Judgment card, and I'm so glad that it's here along with the Divine Timing card, because it's letting you know here, Gemini, that it would be a good idea for you to take your time, to not make any sort of hasty decisions, to create movement in your life. It's time for you to be honest with yourself and just live your truth. Bury the past, start fresh. New beginnings. It's that forgiveness that's actually going to help you guys move forward. And then we do have the 9 of Cups here, which is wishes fulfilled, satisfaction, and gratitude. So this twin flame connection still has the capability of having a wish that is granted when it comes to this partnership. So it might not be a done deal here, guys, but you just got to have patience and allow divine timing to do its thing. So let's add to this with some romance angels. Let's take a look and see what else. Keep an open mind coming through here. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So this person, they really captured your attention, Gemini. You captured theirs. You may both be of different ethnicities, different religions, have had different experiences growing up. Your family histories are so unlike each other, just totally different, I feel. They could also, in appearance, be unlike anyone else that you've ever dated or have been with. Personality-wise, they also very different. But it is this difference between the two of you that has actually turned you guys into this incredibly compatible connection. And maybe, it threw you for a loop. It's like, what? Because this is somebody that you never thought you would have ever been with or have fallen in love with. But the heart wants what it wants, In order to bring this to the next level of commitment, you both have to put in the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And I do feel for my masculines, for those that resonate with that masculine energy of not being able to let go, I feel for those who resonate with that, you got to put in the effort to convince your feminine that you're all in, that you are ready to take this to the next level and to offer commitment and possibly marriage, build a family with this person, make their wish come true. And for some of my Geminis, this is what you're expecting from your person, for them to be able to put in the effort to create movement in the right direction between the two of you. We have religious factors coming through also. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. It's interesting that that's bringing up religion again. So I'm feeling that that could actually be either similarities or it's bringing up differences between the two of you, and yet you guys are able to make that work. And the connection, you guys are spiritually connected. It's a spiritual connection, very special. There is this need for forgiveness, forgiving and learning from where you guys have been. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments, absolutely. Because what's happened in the past is a done deal. Unless you've got a time machine to go back there and fix it, all you can do is release it and heal from it and focus on the future and where you guys can ultimately land. Passion. Very passionate connection between the two of you. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And if you guys can both be open to that, be open to forgiveness, learning lessons from the journey that you guys have been on to move forward. I mean, I do see a solid commitment for some of you, and that's a part of that growth and expansion that's reflected right there. And again, that Judgment card is somebody who wants that, somebody who wants to bring this back together. So this is either you, Gemini, or the person that you're focused on for this reading. All right, so let's add to this with some Lovers Oracle. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Gemini. For this bonus reading for the first half of the month. What's going on with this connection with your person? We do have friendship. Nurture the bonds of your friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. You know, when people go into separation, sometimes you need to start back at square one when you guys connected as friends. Take your time reconnecting and building a more solid foundation of friendship so that you guys can explore where things could progress and move forward to take things to the next level beyond friendship. The next card is Manifesting Miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. But remember, you know, we do have divine timing that is reflected here. So even though this card says your dream is soon to become reality, when divine timing is at play, soon can be a year, next year. It could happen sooner than that, of course, but we do have a time frame here that's coming through for a reason. And the last card, we have Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. And that's because you're no longer attached to a particular outcome. You're allowing the universe to actually create movement for you, to move whatever mountains are blocking the two of you from coming together. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some twin flame angel numbers here. We do have that twin flame card that came forward. But again, if you don't identify with a twin flame connection, there are certainly still messages here that you could resonate with. So let's take a look at that. But I am feeling, because we do have that twin flame card here, a good chunk of you guys who will be resonating with this reading do identify with a twin flame connection. So let's take a look. What are the numbers? Angels and Spirit Guides for Gemini, please. We have 888. Karmic cycles are now coming to a close. Allow all parties to absorb the necessary lessons for growth. Do you see that? Growth and expansion. That's no accident. The Three of Wands, another card talking about growth. And this 888 card is confirming that. There are particular karmic cycles that need to phase out. And there are definitely lessons that need to be learned here by all concerned parties. Let's see what else. 2323. Tap into the energies of your twin flame connection as a source of creative channeling and expression. You know, and sometimes when we are in separation from people, you do have to be creative with how you convey your messages to them, even from a distance, even in the fifth dimension, telepathically, astrally, however way you are able to do that. Creative channeling and expression for some of you at this point in time is what you've got as far as your line of communication here. Let's see what else. What else, please, for Gemini? We have quite a few here. Okay, we'll start with this one. 829. Pay attention to your dreams. Hidden information is waiting to be discovered. And if you're the type of person that's able to recall your dreams, definitely pay attention to the messages that are being conveyed there. Next message, 838. Your angels are providing important information to you and your twin on the astral plane. Yep, I do feel that for some of you guys. Astral travel, connecting in the fifth dimension, telepathic communication. So those of you who resonate with that, the angels are definitely acknowledging it here. There's information in those messages from your person, Gemini, or messages from you to your person. All right, we'll grab a couple more. We've got 1818. Focus on what you want rather than what you fear. A balanced mind is required at this time. Absolutely. Let go of your fears because it's not going to serve you. Focus on what it is that you're truly wanting to manifest rather than what's holding you back from achieving those things. And it can certainly apply to more than just your love life, of course. The last card, 444. The universe fully supports you as you continue on your path towards enlightenment. Love it. So if you happen to be seeing any of these number combinations, this, for me in particular, I see this a whole lot. So it's really nice to be able to see this. The universe fully supports you as you continue on your path towards enlightenment. So take whichever one of these numbers most resonates with you. There's quite a lot of insight coming through here. Amazing. All right, guys, so let's close this out with some healing messages here. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini for this bonus reading. We've got signs. Pay attention to the signs that are trying to grab your attention at this point in time, Gemini. They are signs that are meant for you. You're not going to have to figure anything out or wonder if that's a sign for you because you will know it. Right off the bat, you will certainly know it and you will pick up off of it right away. And signs come in many forms. It could come in the form of a song. It could come in the form of this reading that you happen to just come across. It could be your person's name. It could be something that you find on the ground that you were meant to look at. It could be something up in the sky that you see. I mean, there's so many ways for signs to capture your attention. So definitely pay attention to them. It's trying to capture your attention. The next card is focus. For me, this is very much in tune with the law of attraction, what it is that you choose to focus on. If you know for a fact that what it is you're focusing on is something that you truly want, and you can't focus on anything else, you have certainly the capability to manifest it towards you. Whether that's tied into your love life, your finances, your career, your health, your family, whatever it is. Come from a place of positive vibes and love, and you really truly have the capability of manifesting it towards you. Last card, look at this. You've got miracles that are presenting itself here, Gemini. Miracles. And I just happened to glance at the next card, soulmate, okay? So not only do we have a twin flame card coming through here, for those of you who identify more with a soulmate connection, you might just get that miracle that you have been wishing for, that you've been hoping for. And, you know, these miracles and wishes go both ways. It could be your person too, who's been wanting to manifest these miracles when it comes to the connection with you. So it looks pretty positive. Yes, you guys have had your challenges, Gemini, but there's an opportunity to really turn things around here. It might take a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, things might ultimately still work out the way you're hoping for. It might not happen till next year, but when you think about it, this year is flying. It's going to be over before you know it. You know, so hang on to this and just wait for that miracle to come in for you. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for you this time around for your bonus reading, Gemini. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. All right, guys, so thank you so very much. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.